Well, we have some more big news, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, it involves a trade. This time, a three-way trade. So let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 48 of the Maritime Hockey Podcast. Today, we'll be talking about the three-way trade between the Maple Leafs, the St. Louis Blues, and the Minnesota Wild. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as you see here on the screen, the Toronto Maple Leafs receive Ryan O'Reilly, Noel Acciari from the St. Louis Blues, and prospect Josh Pilar from the Minnesota Wild. The St. Louis Blues receive Mikhail Abramov, Adam Adam Gaudette, a 2023 first round pick from the Leafs, a 2023 third round pick, which was Ottawa's pick that Toronto had, and a 2024 second round pick from the Leafs. And Minnesota also receives Toronto's 2025 fourth round pick. If you can see that at the bottom of the screen there, it's in small text. So, yeah, a three-way trade. Ryan O'Reilly, Noah Cherry, and Josh Pilar go to the Leafs. The Blues get Mikhail Abramov, Adam Gaudette, and a set of draft picks. So let's talk about the Leafs side first. They acquire Ryan O'Reilly, who's obviously a great leader, great player. He's a Stanley Cup champion. Noah Cherry, another great young player up and coming. Uh, really like how he plays too. I've heard a lot about him. And Josh Pilar, who's a prospect that's currently playing for the Saskatoon Blades in the WHL. So good players that Toronto acquired there. And yeah, Ryan O'Reilly definitely adds to their leadership. Then you look at St. Louis's side. You get two two young players there, two young prospects, Mikhail Abramov and Adam Gaudette. And then you get a set of picks, which is obviously great for your team too. You're going to get some great high picks there. And yeah, so some great young guys for the Blues. And I think it's a pretty good trade both ways. So now let's look at their points so far this season. So we're starting off with Ryan O'Reilly here. You can see that he has 40 games played, 12 goals, 7 assists for 19 points. So not the best season this year, but keep in mind that he was on St. Louis, who have been struggling this year, and now he's joining the Leafs, who are doing great this year. So he's gonna add more leadership to the Leafs, and he will definitely fit in there really well with the talent that the Leafs have. So, yeah, I think Ryan O'Reilly will definitely be a great fit for them. Now, it will be interesting to see if he's just going to be a rental for this season or if he'll be with the Leafs for at least a couple years. Now, also looking at the ever guy the Leafs acquired, Noah Cherry, you see he's got 54 games played, 10 goals, 8 assists for 18 points. So not too bad. He is 31 years old, but he is a up and coming uh, great player from what I heard by analysts and reporters. So definitely a great player for the Leafs to have there too. A pretty young guy. So yeah, I think he'll fit in well for the Leafs too. And of course, if he doesn't, the Leafs could always trade him later on down the road too. But yeah, I think he'll do great with them too. And then we look at the prospects here. Josh Pilar that the Leafs got, or Pilar, however you say it, the prospect that the Leafs got from the Wild here. You can see he's playing for the Saskatoon Blades. This year he has 13 games played, 4 goals, 8 assists for 12 points, so just under a point per game, which is really good in the WHL. You can see there in highlighted in green hit what he's projected: 28 games, 9 goals, 17 assists for 26 points. So he's projected for 26 points, which isn't too bad in 28 games. So yeah, that's not too bad. And you can see the previous year just above his 2022-23 season. He played 17 games, 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. So, not the best season there, but he is developing. Keep in mind, he is young. So, and those, it's going to take a while for those young players to develop, but I think he will definitely become a great young player for the Leafs as well. And then you go into the ever prospects here that the Blues get, starting off with Mikhail Abramov. He is currently playing for the Toronto Marlies. He has 34 games played, 6 goals, 10 assists for 16 points. So not too bad there. Um, yeah, so he is on the Marlies right now in the AHL. It'd be interesting though, because now that he's St. Louis Blues property, I would think that means he has to go over to the Blues AHL team if they don't put him on their NHL roster. So I believe, I could be wrong there, but so that would be interesting to see. But yeah, great young players going to both of these teams. And so yeah. Then you look at the ever player they get, Adam Gaudette, who's also playing for the Marlies this season. He has 40 games played, 20 goals, 14 assists for 34 points, which is really good. He's always been a good young player. He played a bit for the Leafs, I do believe, there. And yeah, so like I said, both ways, uh, to the Blues and the Leafs, both of these players that they acquired, lots of young talent, and they're gonna be good for developing and eventually turn into good hockey players for both teams. So, really good trade. And then we'll look at the article here of how the trade went down. So, Ryan O'Reilly and Noel Acciari were traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs on Friday. So, which would have been yesterday at the time I'm recording this. Toronto acquired the forwards from the St. Louis Blues in a 3-team trade that also included the Minnesota Wild. Okay. The Blues received the rights to forward prospect Josh Pilar from the Wild for O'Reilly, then traded him and Acciari to the Maple Leafs for Toronto's first-round pick in the 2023 NHL Draft, the Ottawa Senators' third-round pick this year, Toronto's second-round pick in the 2024 NHL Draft, and forwards Mikhail Abramov and Adam Gaudette. Minnesota received Toronto's fourth-round pick in the 2025 NHL Draft. So that's how the 3-team trade went down. So yeah, for the Wild too, you get a fourth-round pick, which isn't too bad. You can still get a good uh good young player in the fourth round. But yeah, the 3-team trade, very interesting indeed. That Ryan O'Reilly goes to the Leafs. I knew he was gonna get traded, but I just didn't know who would acquire him, and to see the Leafs getting him, that's pretty interesting. So good trade to all three teams, really. Minnesota gets a fourth round pick in 2025. The Leafs get O'Reilly, a cherry, and a prospect. And the Blues get two young, good prospect players, Abramoff and Gaudette, and a set of draft picks. So they get a first and two second round picks. So, or a first, a second, and a third, sorry. So yeah, they're gonna get a lot of good picks with that. So yeah, good trade to all three teams really. If you were to pick a winner out of this, I don't really think you could pick a winner, but if I had to say, I'd probably go with the Leafs are winners on this one, honestly, but you could argue anyone is a winner here. It's a good trade all around for all three teams. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one though, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. That's the best way for me to know you enjoy my content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.